Hey guys, it's Simeon. This is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 29th of May 2020 to talk about everything. My camera is not centered up. To talk about everything that went down tonight on Friday night Smackdown. There we go. Now I feel better about this. What's going on, everybody? We're here to talk about Smackdown. It's Friday night, and I want to know what you guys thought about tonight's Smackdown. And in order to do so, you can do that two different ways. You can either submit a super chat donation to make sure that your question, your concern, your comment on tonight's show or anything else you want to talk about does get read here on the air. And also, you can text in your thoughts to 510-906-1341. Again, that's 510-906-1341. The number will be in the live chat. But before we get going, we do have to talk about, well, who's in here with us? We got to read those names as always. We got Jacko Rowell. We got Ethan Taylor. We got Matthew Sims, Broken King Slender, Sinclair Saturday, George J. Cox, Matthew Sims, Chuck Scott, Jason Dalton, The Vacant Guy, Derek Bocek, Young Tev, and many more of you. Gabriel Press says, was SmackDown on FS1? No, it was on traditional SmackDown or the SmackDown. Nope. It was on traditional Raw. I don't know why I said traditional SmackDown. I fucked that up again. Not traditional Raw. It was on traditional Fox Broadcasting Network. And if not, it was also on the Fox Sports app. Because that's how I have to watch SmackDown. The cool thing about Fox and what they do is, so if you live in the Central or the Eastern time zone, then you get SmackDown live 7, 8, or 8, 7 Central. No problem. But us here, Mountain Time or West Coast time, as I am, we don't get it live. We have to wait till 8 p.m., which is not for another 45 minutes. But the great thing that Fox does is they say, hey, we know you guys want to watch live with the other side of the country, so just log on with your cable provider to the Fox Sports app. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. How you doing? You can watch it live. That's how I watch SmackDown every single week on the Fox Sports Live app. So in case you guys did not know, if you don't get SmackDown technically live at 8 Eastern, then boom, log in with the Fox Sports app and you're good to go. That really only equates to people living Mountain Time and West Coast time, but like me, that's how I got to do it. That's how I do it. Because if not, because if I didn't watch on the app and I waited till it actually came on TV, I wouldn't be doing a review for another 2.5, 3 hours. Because I'd have to wait till 8 o'clock for it to start, 9, 10, and then I can go live 10 minutes after it's over or whatever once everything's set. And that's, again, 3 hours from now. So I'm grateful that Fox does that. Again, with Raw, if you have satellite TV, then you get the East Coast feed anyways. So that's a good thing because I just log in because I have regular Comcast cable. I don't get Raw live, but my brother does with Dish Network. So I log in with his Dish Network and I can watch it live that way. And with and that's how I do NXT. And then the cool thing with TNT, if you log in to the Watch TNT app, you can choose, do I want to watch the West Coast feed or do I want to watch the East Coast feed? Bada boom, you watch that East Coast feed for Dynamite and you're watching live. So in case you guys didn't know about those little, I guess you can say, hacks to watch live, there you go. Remember, if you want to text into the show, you can do so by texting into 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. Daniel Morrissey says, live on Channel 400. I have no clue what you're talking about, Channel 400. So I usually just watch everything off of apps. I don't even watch off regular TV. If Raw's on, it's the app. If SmackDown's on, it's the app. NXT, AEW, app. So with that, SmackDown kicked off in a very unusual and unorthodox type of way. So we come on the air, And Renee Young is in the Performance Center parking lot. There are cops, EMTs, and a wrecked car. We then see Elias being placed on a stretcher board. Renee Young then noted that a witness saw what happened here. A car ran over Elias, or ran into Elias, whatever you want to say. And she goes over to WWE Universal Champion Braun Strowman. Well, Kayla Braxton does. Well, actually, I'm skipping forward here. So the police are looking in this crashed car, and they pull down the visor on the driver's side. Paper falls out. It's the rental agreement because it's a rental car. And they go, Jeff Hardy? We got a Jeff Hardy here? Do you guys know Jeff Hardy? And they're like, yeah. You got Renee there. You got Jason Jordan. You got Jamie Noble. And they're like, yeah, he's one of our superstars. And they're like, well, this car is rented out to him. It belongs to him right now. We need to talk to him. And they're like, well, we don't know where he is. And so Renee Young noted there was a witness that did see all of this. The witness saw a person in a black pants and a black shirt run off from the smashed car. Kayla Braxton talks with Universal Champion Braun Strowman. Strowman was also a witness to the crash. He saw the car crash, but didn't see anybody get out of the vehicle itself. Police then asked Jamie Noble and Jeff. Police were then walking around. I don't know exactly how the layout is in the parking lot for the Performance Center. It looked like there was like houses or something. I don't know what these other buildings are, but they're walking around these buildings and shrubs and stuff, and they find Jeff Hardy. And Jamie Noble's like, Jeff, you okay? You okay, man? And Jason Jordan's there as well. And the police pick up Hardy. And they're like, black pants, black shirt. So the cops are like, it's got to be him. This man smells also like the alcohol that is in that vehicle. And Jeff's like, what's going on? What happened? Oh, my God. And Jamie Noble's there. Jeff, we're going to help you. We're going to get you through this. And Jason Jordan's there. And they start cuffing Jeff. And Jamie Noble's like, what are you doing? Why are you putting him in handcuffs? And they're like, he smells like the alcohol that's in the car. We suspect that he was driving the car when it hit the other man. And so they're taking Jeff Hardy over to the what's it called? Cop car, police car. Renee Young's there. Jamie Noble's like, what are you doing? You're arresting him. They're like, we got to take him downtown. We're going to book him, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And Renee Young's like, well, Jeff Hardy is being loaded into the police car. We don't know exactly what's going on here. And Jamie Noble's like, Jeff, it's going to be okay. We're going to be right behind you. We're going to follow you. We're going to get you out. And basically the whole thing ends. Before Jeff was actually put into the cop car as well, he sees them loading Elias into the ambulance, and he just goes, Elias, what? Elias, what happened? What happened to Elias? Jeff doesn't know. And also, what some people didn't notice was when they were pulling Jeff from where he was behind the shrubs and bushes, he's talking about what's going on, what happened, and they're like saying something about the alcohol, and you hear Jeff just faintly go, oh, Seamus, just randomly. So I liked this a lot because it was different, it was intriguing, and it caught my attention like, holy crap, I need to watch more of this show to find out exactly what happened. And so, Kristen, we know that because he showed up at the end of Smackdown, but thank you for the Super Chat donation. It's not like he broke out of jail. Anyways. So I was like, holy crap. This is the most interested I've been in the first 5 minutes of a WWE show or any pro wrestling show in a very, very long time. And I was so hyped for this. I was like, this can only get better. Like, where is this going to lead to? And also, I see a bunch of wrestlers inside arguing. And Adam Pearce walks up and I go, oh, hey, GM Adam Pearce, because he should just be the GM. He'd be making matches all the time. So they're all arguing and everything about what happened and with Jeff Hardy and Elias and the Intercontinental Championship Tournament and what's going to happen with that. And Adam Pearce comes up and he's just like, we got to figure out what's going on. We got to address the situation. He's trying to address the locker room or who's actually there in front of him. And he's like, I know you guys already heard Elias was hurt, but I just got word that Jeff Hardy has been arrested and taken to jail. And they're like, whoa, what? And you hear Sheamus go, oh, no surprise there. What's this? Charge number 4, 5, 6, whatever. And Adam Pearce goes, hey, we're not talking about that right now. There's a more serious situation. I loved Sheamus here. And AJ Styles was like, hey, that's fine. My opponent can't compete. Brian's opponent can't compete. We both just make it to the finals. There we go. And Brian's like, no, I want to earn my way to the finals, which is commendable to what's his name? Daniel Bryan. But AJ goes, AJ, if you were wondering if AJ was going to stay a heel on SmackDown, fuck if he did tonight when he goes, I don't want to compete. I just want to get a pass. Adam Pearce's like, you want to pass AJ? He's like, heck yeah, I do. I just want to go compete in the finals. and then Daniel Bryan's still just like, no, I want to earn it. And Sheamus goes, Corbin's like, I'll fight. I'll fight AJ Styles. And Sheamus is like, I'll fight Daniel Bryan. And then AJ again was like, I ain't fighting. I already earned my shot. I already earned my way through. Which, not to the finals, AJ. And so Corbin goes, or it was either Corbin or Sheamus. Can't remember exactly which one. But one of them was like, okay, how about a three-way? Me, you, Daniel Bryan. Winner moves on. Now Pierce goes, okay, I got an idea. AJ, you don't want to compete tonight. And AJ goes, heck no. He goes, all right, bye. You make it. Boom, straight to the finals. Daniel Bryan, you do want to compete. And Daniel's like, yeah, I want to earn this. He goes, okay. Well, you will have a main event tonight where you face the winner of an upcoming Battle Royal taking place right now. Winner of this Battle Royal faces you to move on to the finals. And we get said Battle Royal. So I loved this whole opening thing. It was different, and it had me intrigued to see what was going to happen. Little upset we didn't get AJ wrestling, but it was AJ Elias. Were you really, really interested in AJ Elias? So we move on to the Battle Royal. A lot of different guys in this match. Grand Metalik, King Corbin, Drew Gulak, Jey Uso, Lince Dorado, Cesaro, Shorty G, Sheamus, Ziggler, Nakamura. And I thought it was fun. Really good. Cesaro press slammed Ziggler over the top early, but he held on, didn't go out. Excuse me. Sheamus then started yelling at Michael Cole, and Shorty G almost eliminated him from behind. Corbin dumped Dorado onto the apron, but he held on as well. Dorado attempted to springboard into the ring, and then Corbin eliminated him. Gulak tried to dump Corbin from behind. Corbin fought back and eliminated Gulak. Metalik hit a dropkick springboard elbow, or a double springboard elbow, on Corbin and Ziggler. He walked the middle ropes, but Ziggler rocked him with a super kick, and Corbin eliminated Metalik. Ziggler tried a double cross on Corbin, but Corbin eliminated Ziggler instead. Corbin celebrated, but Jey Uso rocked him with a super kick and eliminated Corbin from the match. After commercial break, Sheamus and Cesaro worked together against Shorty G. On the outside of the ring, Nakamura backed Uso into the corner. On the other side of the ring, not the outside. Shorty G then used an armbar in the ropes on Sheamus and followed this up with a tornado DDT. Jey Uso made a comeback and hit a series of super kicks. Cesaro attempted to eliminate Shorty G, but he held on. Shorty G then fought back and eliminated Cesaro. The final four were Nakamura, Sheamus, Shorty G, and Jey Uso. Shorty G and Nakamura went back and forth. Shorty G recovered and eliminated Nakamura. Nakamura tried to get back in the ring, and the referees held them back. At this point, Cesaro would then jump in and throw out Shorty G when the referees weren't looking. The final two then ended up being Jey Uso and Sheamus. Uso missed a high cross, but hit a super kick and almost eliminated Sheamus. Sheamus held on and dragged Uso to the apron with him. Sheamus and the Uso fought on the apron. Uso attempted a super kick, but Sheamus caught his leg, and pushed him into the ring post. As he bounced back off the ring post, Sheamus hit him with a bro kick. He flew off the apron, eliminated, and boom, Sheamus wins and moves on to later on in the night to take on Daniel Bryan. I thought this was a well-worked Battle Royal. Usually there's a lot of clunky whatever, oh, that was too convoluted, or I couldn't pay attention Battle Royal stuff. But it was easy to follow. There wasn't too many guys. And a lot of the things made sense of what they did. So I liked this Battle Royal, to be honest. So next up, in the back, Sonya Deville promised to defeat Lacey Evans tonight. Evans appeared in the background and pushed Deville to the ground. Shorty G argued with Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro in the back. Shorty G was furious that he had the opportunity taken away from him. Cesaro mocked Shorty G and challenged him to a match. Shorty G knocked Cesaro down and accepted the match. We then got Sonya Deville versus Lacey Evans. Short, basic, but cool, especially the way it finished. So Deville and Evans went back and forth to start the match. Evans then they talked on commentary how she was a amateur wrestler in, I want to say, high school, I think is what they said. So she got down on all fours and said, hey, let's go old school. So Deville applied the wrist lock and they started doing some grappling, which is really cool because Evans has the amateur wrestling background. Sonya has the MMA background, and the grappling here looked actually pretty good. Eventually, they both got to their feet, and Evans mentioned Mandy Rose and mocked Sonya Deville. Deville was furious and rocked Evans with a straight right. Evans fought back and dropped Deville face first. Evans tied up Deville in the ring apron and rocked her with some forearms. Deville broke free and took Evans down on the ground. They fought around ringside, and they were both counted out as this match ended in a double countout. Evans recovered and threw Deville rib first into the announce table. Evans then demanded Deville get in the ring and continue this fight. She's like, this ain't over. Let's go, honey. Let's keep fighting. Deville grabbed the headset, which, okay, us on commentary or on watching on TV can hear, and she's like, I'll fight you on my terms, my time. And she walked away. I thought this was very effective in getting both women over as good competitors. Both looked good. This was the better performance of Lacey Evans that we've seen normally. Sonya Deville has looked like a star for the past 2 months. I don't think this could have gone any better. We got another Forgotten Sons vignette. They no longer pretend that Wesley Blake has been in the military. He's just like, yeah, I support what these guys did. They were both military. I wasn't, but I was grown up with that kind of mentality. They'll no longer turn the other cheek, they said, and their blood is on your hands. Now it's time for your blood to be on their hands. Kill. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross were seen backstage. Nikki said she had something special for the New Day. She wanted to surprise them in the ring as they were the guests for the upcoming episode or edition of A Moment of Bliss. New Day then spooked them from behind, jumped up from behind, scared them. They laughed all about it, and they skipped to the ring arm in arm. So we get A Moment of Bliss. It's tag champs with the tag champs. It was fine. No need for New Day to be out there, to be completely honest. Wasn't much to it. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss came out first. They then introduced the New Day. New Day came out, and Nikki said, I got a surprise for you. They're Scottish pancakes. I made them myself. They're my mom's recipe. And they're like, cool, okay. We got something for you, too. And fucking Biggie pulls coffee beans out from his crotch. Out from his balls. Yes, I just said it. Biggie reached into his singlet and pulled a bunch of coffee beans out from his crotch. And the one thing that I'm hoping is that he's used that Manscaped to clean up down there, and it's not all gross, nasty, and hairy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Manscaped is here to help you. Flowers are blooming, and the grass is grooming, and it's time to mow your lawn. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can trim the hedges below the belt safely and efficiently. I'm talking about ball trimmers. Manscaped is here to make sure your balls are smooth and smelling nice. After all, it's time for some spring cleaning. Whether you want it just to look good or you got to pull out some coffee beans for somebody to drink, you got to make sure it's cleaned up down there. And Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-belt waist grooming. They have forever changed the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. Precision engineer tools for your family jewels. The Perfect Package 3.0 comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. This third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. Manscaped obsesses over technology to provide you the best tools for the grooming experience. And they only use the best ingredients in their formulations. Inside the perfect package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. It's starting to get hot outside, and this is crucial so your balls stop sticking to your leg, or your coffee beans don't get stuck between your leg and your balls. As our treat, you'll find the Crop Reviver, which will keep your balls smelling fresh, just like spring flowers. Subscribers to the perfect package get a new replacement blade refill for the lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays hygienic and clean. For a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, a $39 value, and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use code PWUNLIMITED at manscaped.com. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. Like I stated, whether you need to trim it up and have it look nice down there, or you need to store your coffee beans and keep them clean, Manscaped's here to help you, folks. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code PWUNLIMITED at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use code PWUNLIMITED. It's spring cleaning, and your balls will thank you. So, a moment of bliss. Biggie pulls the beans out of his balls, his crotch, his singlet. He then pulls, I guess, a wooden spoon out of his ass. Kofi pours some water in there, and they stir it up nice. And they give it to Alexa and go, "You like coffee? Here you go, take a drink." She's like, "Not right now. Not right now." Nikki? She hands it over to Nikki. Nikki's just like, "I don't want to drink that either." So Bliss and Cross ask them about possible challengers to their their current situation. The New Day are the tag team champions. They haven't defended their titles in a while. Who do they see as challengers? And they actually said, Forgotten Sons look to be making a name for themselves. And the New Day asked Bliss and Cross about their challenges that they've had and whatnot with the Iconics. And before anything else can be said, Bayley and Sasha Banks come out. Also, I do want to note that both New Day members were wearing an armband that said Shad on it. Sasha came out wearing an armband that said Hana on it. So that's really cool as well. So Bayley and Sasha make their way down to the ring. Bayley panders to the crowd saying, "Shut up, you sheep. Shut up." I liked that. Banks gets into the ring, takes her jacket off, and throws it right at Alexa Bliss. Alexa gets mad. Nikki Cross holds her down. Bliss pointed out that, you know what? Hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 champions in here. Wait. Sasha, where's your championship, baby? And Sasha gets a little mad. And so Banks noted that they put the women's tag team titles on the map and promised to eventually win them back. Bayley said that Banks is going to prove herself because she's the GOAT, the best, the boss. And she'll do that by taking on Alexa Bliss tonight. And Banks was like, "Well, wait, I'm not ready to compete. I don't have my gear on. I'm wearing heels." And Bayley was just like, "No, you got this. You got this." She took off her shoes. They traded shoes. Alexa drop kicks Banks, and we go to commercial. We come back.
I don't know that one.
Y'all good. We can come back, and this match is actually not that bad. Bayley and Nikki Cross were on commentary, and that's basically where the focus of this match was, unfortunately, on Nikki Cross and Bayley on commentary with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. To be honest, I felt like they were shooting commentary table almost more than they were shooting the action in the ring. And the stuff in the ring was pretty damn good. So Cross was going crazy on commentary, cheering for Alexa Bliss. Corey Graves and Bayley were annoyed by it. Graves was like, "Cole, you're going to allow this at your commentary desk? You've been doing this for so long. You're just going to allow her to do whatever she wants?" And Nikki's like climbing up on the desk, jumping up and down. Lexi. And so, Bailey just keeps going, hey, quit shaking the dang desk. Quit shaking the desk. And then I think Bailey one time goes, hey, I got a bottle we could squirt her to calm her down. I like that. Bailey had some great one-liners here, making fun of Nikki Cross. But as far as the match goes itself, Banks had the early advantage, but Bliss took over. Bliss hit the double knees for a near fall. Banks regained control and hit the Meteora for a close near fall. Banks backed Bliss into the corner, but Bliss fought back. Bliss dropped Banks face first onto the mat. Bliss climbed to the top, but Bailey and Cross jumped on the apron as Bliss was going to go for the Twisted Bliss. Bailey then pushed Nikki Cross into Bliss. Bliss fell down, hit by Sasha with a springboard double knee, rolled her up. Hit her with the knees, got on the apron, springboard roll up, cool looking move, and sunset flipped Bliss for the victory. Sasha Banks picks up the victory. Her and Bailey celebrate as they walk off. George J. Cox says, you did it again. Did what again, George? I messed somebody's name up or something? I don't know. So next up we get Shorty G versus Cesaro. Good match while it lasted. Wasn't much to it, though. Shorty G hit a running drop kick and jumped Cesaro after the bell. Shorty G hit a moonsault for a near fall. He followed this up by attacking Cesaro's leg. Cesaro recovered and rocked Shorty G with some vicious clotheslines. They brought up the fact that Cesaro's actually been dealing with some knee problems over the last couple of weeks. Cesaro was firmly in control and hit a gut-right suplex for a near fall. Shorty G recovered and went back to the leg. Cesaro caught Shorty G and hit a huge powerbomb for a close near fall. Cesaro attempted a back suplex off the top, but Shorty G landed on his feet and applied an ankle lock. He applied the ankle lock. Where was I? I lost my spot here as I was scrolling. Why did I just lose my spot? Applied the ankle lock. Cesaro caught him. Cesaro attempted a back suplex. Applied to the ankle lock. Cesaro fought back and rocked Shorty G with a hard uppercut that I thought just knocked him the hell out. Like, shoot style knocked him out, but it didn't because he kicked out. Cesaro attempted several pinfall attempts, but couldn't keep Shorty G down. Cesaro attempted a powerbomb, but Shorty G rolled through for the win. Shorty G picks up the victory. And then we get the one thing on SmackDown I didn't truly care for. Earlier today, Otis and Mandy were out at some pool. They had the Money in the Bank briefcase. They had some fruit with them. They had some alcohol. And they were just sunbathing. So they're talking for a moment, drinking and whatnot. And I guess Otis asked her if she wanted to take a dip. And she goes, no, I'm a little tired. I want to take a nap. And he goes, oh, yeah, take a nap. I'm going to go do my thing. And so he walks away, and all of a sudden, Mandy starts daydreaming. She sees Otis, and he jumps into the pool. Remember, she's daydreaming here. And he sensually swims over to the edge, and he gets out of the water, and he flips his hair with the water all on whatnot. And he's like talking all normal, not like, oh yeah, Mandy. He's just like, you know, my peach, I've always had a thing. Blah, blah, blah. I don't forget exactly what he said. I didn't write it down. And Mandy's just like, I'm gonna cream my pants. Holy fuck. And then apparently, there's two Mandy Roses, because then she sees herself in this dream get up and walk over to Otis. Then you see her back on the chair. Then you see her again walking over to Otis and start macking, just making out hardcore. And so they're making out, whatever, and then the daydream ends, and you see Otis on the side of the pool, and he just jumps in, cannonball, splashes her so hard that she's soaked. Wakes up, and he's like, ooh, sorry, did I wake you? She goes, yeah, but it's okay. So Mandy gets in the pool. Two of them are in the pool. And they just start making out. Macking, just hardcore making out. And I'm like, what the hell did we just see? But yeah. I guess it was what I read on Twitter, which I haven't seen the movie in forever, so I don't remember it. A parody from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And cool trivia, the high school that school was filmed at was a shut down high school in Los Angeles that my dad actually graduated from. And then a couple years later, the school shut down, and they ended up using it for movies in L.A. So, hey, cool little tie into my family with this being a parody of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, my dad going to the school that the movie was filmed at. Anyway, Kurt Angle's in the back. Kurt Angle talks about his past and said it's all about the future. And I thought he was going to give a prediction for the greatest wrestling match of all time, Edge versus Orton, but no. He said there's somebody coming to SmackDown that he believes will be the face of SmackDown. Angle said he had an honor of getting to know him over the last couple of months and officiating his last match in NXT. Then we get a pretty cool Matt Riddle video package. He talks about being a bro. Talks about, fighting and beating ass and doing it all with no shoes. Matt Riddle coming soon to SmackDown. So Matt Riddle's done in NXT. I'm happy to see what they do with him here. I hope they do right by Matt Riddle. So in the back, Kayla Braxton noted that she's excited for Matt Riddle's upcoming debut. And then Sheamus interrupts and goes, "Oh, you're always talking about somebody else. Matt Riddle, Jeff Hardy. What next?" And Sheamus promised to defeat Daniel Bryan later on tonight and move on to the finals. Bryan would then appear. The two would go face to face. Bryan then kicked Sheamus in the shin. Sheamus was like, "Ooh, ow, ah," and he walked off. A little funny comedy spot there. That actually worked really well. Because it led up to our next match. But before that, they did a recap of everything that's been going on with Braun Strowman, Miz, and Morrison. Whatever. And then got the Intercontinental title semifinal match. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. Match was good, although I felt it was a tiny bit long. It dragged at a couple spots. Sheamus had the early advantage with a side headlock. Bryan fought back and nailed Sheamus with a series of kicks in the corner. Sheamus recovered and rocked Bryan with a hard clothesline. Sheamus slowed down the pace with a chin lock. Bryan fought out and hit a running clothesline. Bryan then dumped Sheamus on the floor and followed this up with a suicide dive. Back from the break, Bryan was in control and worked over the arm. Sheamus broke free and backed Bryan in the corner. He then followed this up with a series of elbows. Sheamus rocked Bryan with a knee, then sent him to the floor. Sheamus then tossed Bryan into the barricade. Sheamus then demanded that Michael Cole start a yes chant, which he reluctantly did. Sheamus hit a clothesline off the top for a near fall. Bryan then was fighting back, but Sheamus hit an Irish Curse backbreaker. Sheamus followed this up with the Texas Cloverleaf, but Bryan made it to the ropes to break the hold. Bryan climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Sheamus cut him off, and Sheamus attempted a superplex, but Bryan knocked Sheamus off. Bryan then hit a missile dropkick. He hit a series of yes kicks, but Sheamus tried the Irish Curse backbreaker. Bryan held on and rolled up Sheamus for a near fall. Sheamus then hit the white noise for a close near fall. Sheamus then set up for a bro kick, but Jeff Hardy walked down to ringside. So Jeff Hardy released from prison, jail, whatever you want to call it, not really prison. He's out of the pokey, the slammer, the hooskow. Sheamus then yells at Hardy, and Bryan hits him with a running knee as he turned around, pins Sheamus, 1, 2, 3, moves on to the finals against AJ Styles. After the match, Jeff Hardy immediately runs in and attacks Sheamus, but Sheamus ran off. Michael Cole and Corey Graves noted that the last time they saw Hardy, he was getting arrested. Now, we move on to Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Winner becomes the new Intercontinental Champion, and it has been reported that this match is taking place on a SmackDown, whether that's next week or the following week. I don't know if they actually announced that tonight. I didn't see. And now, this was reported by Fightful. They didn't get a winner. They didn't get the participants, which we now know is Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, but we're told that the match that is the finals of this tournament is quote-unquote unbelievable. Unbelievable. We did learn next week that The Miz and John Morrison have a warning for the Universal Champion Braun Strowman. Also, the Women's Tag Team Champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will be defending against Bayley and Sasha Banks. So what that, guys? That was SmackDown. That was a Friday night SmackDown. Do have a couple text messages I do want to read here before we do wrap things up. This first one here says, I thought the show was awesome. The start of the show was amazing. The only thing I didn't like was Lacey vs. Sonya. I disagree. I liked it. Do you think Matt Riddle on SmackDown will see the King of Bros visit Suplex City for Survivor Series? No, because Riddle's on SmackDown and, well, Brock's on Raw. I mean, I guess you can say a SmackDown versus Raw 5-on-5 maybe, but I don't see Brock being in the damn 5-on-5 match teaming with somebody standing on the apron. Versus SmackDown was okay. I thought Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus match was probably, I have to say, match of the night. And what direction do you think they're going with Jeff Hardy storyline? And also, when do you think the Hacker will come out of hiding? First off, I can't stand the Hacker gimmick anymore. I think it's been played out way too long, and it's kind of annoying now. As far as Jeff Hardy, he's still working Sheamus. It says, with the rumored call-ups of Dream and Dijakovic, what brand do you think they benefit from joining? Raw, probably for both of them. This person here says, I love the segue into the Manscaped ad when you were talking about Big E. Thank you. And this person here says, are you doing Twitch tonight? Nope, because as soon as I'm done here, I got to leave because in the morning I've got a photography job I'm doing, and I'm actually going tonight to set stuff up. So I'm there first thing in the morning. Or so I'm ready first thing in the morning. So basically, when I finish this review here, loading everything in my car, I'm taking off. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, one last thing. Or says, so is Kurt Angle managing Riddle? No. And is Sheamus' first feud? Maybe. So with that, I got to say thank you guys for joining me here tonight to talk about Friday Night SmackDown. I want to say thank you guys for watching either live or watching later right here on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who does support us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Hit that bell notification button to know when we do go live. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Follow us on Instagram by just searching Pro Wrestling Unlimited. And follow us on Twitter, PW Unlimited. You can follow me on Twitter, @TimmyBuddy. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. If everything goes well tomorrow and I get stuff done when I think I'm going to get stuff done, might be streaming tomorrow night on Twitch. We can't say that for 100%. With that, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.